Hi, my name is Camila Vasquez. I am originally from Palo Alto, California, but I am about to start my third year of teaching at a school in Baltimore, Maryland. I chose to come to this program because I wanted to figure out how to support my students building their math knowledge and also building their math curiosity. I got so much out of this program. There's so many things that I got that I can take back to my classroom. There's certain things that we can take away from the POSHA method, and there's certain ways we can make and incorporate guided discovery into our classrooms that are authentic, natural, and I think will be helping our students build problem-solving skills and will just make the math experience in the math classroom a more rich environment. The BSME classes were really interesting because I haven't been a student in 3 years, so it was reminding myself what it was like to be a student, which is always an interesting experience, and that also helped me build empathy for my students. I thought that the discovery learning through the POSHA method class was phenomenal. I love that class. I'm so excited to incorporate question threads into my classes. The gamification class was phenomenal. The second week where we were talking about playfulness and we were talking about just general pedagogical philosophies, it was paradigm shifting for me. It was truly inspirational to think about how I can recreate my classroom to incorporate playfulness and incorporate fun while still focusing on the math. The geometry class was really, really interesting. It was really, really cool to get the chance to see the end of problem threads and to go through that. I know that it's really hard and sometimes really scary to make mistakes in the math classroom, and being in that class, my fear of making mistakes diminished greatly. And I think that guided discovery and the POSHA method really lends itself to mistake neutrality and/or pro-mistakes in some way. Being a new teacher is really, really hard and it's really, really exhausting. And coming here to Budapest to learn these new skills, I accomplished so many things. Yes, I got to rest. Yes, I got to spend 6 weeks in Europe and I got to do all of these fun things, but I also got to be re-inspired as a teacher. And I got to think about my values as a teacher. I got to think about how to accomplish these values, and I got to really truly be excited about being in the classroom again and really think about how can I make my classroom better. Maybe it's just me, but it feels a little bit scary at times to experiment in the classroom with my students. I still do, but it sometimes feels a little bit scary. And getting the chance to experiment, even if it was a 30-minute segment of my regular 80 to 90-minute class, a chance to experiment was just phenomenal. That's when I fully realized how I could bring this back to the States and bring what I learned back into my classrooms. It was a complete paradigm shift of, oh, I can make a lesson rooted in playfulness and it can still, I can base the entirety of my calculus curriculum on playfulness. And I can do it effectively and I can do it in a way that is natural and authentic to me. And that felt just like I was on the moon after that day. I found that Budapest and Hungary, there's so much history here and there's so much old history, and I think there's something just really beautiful about being able to take a train and travel for 3 hours and then just get to see a castle. And I'm like, oh, that wouldn't happen back home. The city itself, going on long walks and just not knowing exactly where I was gonna go was just always a fun activity. And I'd go out and do something fun. I'd either go bouldering or I'd go dancing or I'd do something. I would go out to a bar with people in the BSME program. I think that it's been a really special group of people. I'm really gonna miss them.